I still have some color left from the bookmark, so these are 2 quick keychains we are going to make. 3 keychains actually. Since these are leftover from the bookmark, I need to work very quickly because the work time of the resin is almost over and the medium is starting to get a mind of its own. Here we go. The last colors which will come in will have to be poured in a way which will push the other colors away, and it will need to make a space for itself. Let's hope that the weight of the medium helps it find its place. Don't worry if the order is not okay, because this is a very small container and this is no longer a linear design. And that's the wonder of all these mingling colors. Every combination has a charm of its own, and yeah, happiness can be found in perspective. Gosh, I love colors. These colors have leveled nicely. I'm going to pour some clear resin around the space for this keychain hole. It is time to demold, and look at these baby. Oh, I still have to figure out how to not get these little bubbles. They seem to sneak in. And yeah, this one at least doesn't have any bubbles, but I could have probably poured a little bit more. The colors have mixed fabulously. Can you see? It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. This would make an amazing keychain. And I already have a recipient who's waiting for this. Yeah, maybe a little bit of doming because this edge is too sharp. I'm going to sand it and dome it. So, ooh, look at that. That's fun. So this particular pigment, I have noticed over time, it tends to, it's a little heavier than the other ones. I think the way they settle, you can make out which ones are heavy and which ones are not. And this mold is, I sort of really love this particular shape. It works fabulously for keychains, and for somebody who wants to try the same thing at home. Before, if you get this surface, then you can customize this, add a name or a number, and then dome it. And so this little convex little barrier actually comes in quite handy. This side looks beautiful, other than this little air bubble pimple on the face of my beautiful work. This side you can see that the same golden is sort of prevalent. This side has a completely different feel compared to this side, and which is one of the qualities of resin, I think. And it adds a little more depth to what's happening. You start understanding how the colors are behaving, and I like seeing that, how materials interact and behave with each other. So this has come out nicely. And if you are trying this at home, have fun. Can you see? Let's see how this looks when it is cured. I'm going to leave it for 24 hours now. Very swirly, and there is a depth to it. So what I did after the layer of resin which I poured over it has sort of floated on the pigment colors, and this effect is really fabulous. I'm curious to see what's happening on the other side. Let's open de-mould. Oh, this is absolutely awesome. Oh, this is looking so nice, and how the camera is catching it is not even doing justice to this. The way the little waves in the pigment, because I sort of when I mixed the pigments, I did not make it very uniform. There was a little bit of texture. I have to figure out for these molds when to stop exactly, because I don't think it's possible. So I'm going to sand down these edge and it'll be good to go. I really like this bevel edges, these kind of molds, more than the ones which have a crisp, sharp corner. I'm going to sand these before I start doming. There's a slight bend here which I want to remove. If I can do this evenly, then I'm going to let the matte surface be, because I have become fan of that treatment. And the same here. These two I'm going to just sand them very slightly to get rid, to open up these pockets which can be then filled with doming. And there were a few lint pieces. I can't seem to ignore them. I need to fix them. And this side I will sand to dome it. Maybe a little more. Just this side. It's not so even, so I need to sand a little more to get the matte surface on all of it. Just a little more over there. I have uncovered a bubble also. I'm going to polish the surface a little more. I'm not going to exactly dome it, because if I dome it, it will distort the shape. This flat shape is serving this much better. So I'm just going to sand it down a little more. So meanwhile, let me just finish working with this paper. Yeah, I got the matte look. I'm going to polish it down a little more because I want these swirls to show. This doesn't have to be so hard. I'm doing the sanding process because I overfill the mold. I hope by seeing this, you will not make the same mistake and you will stop filling the mold at the right time, because this is perfect. So I'm not having to sand it or dome it or anything. So these are mistakes I've made and I'm trying to rectify them right now. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was fun to watch. Have a wonderful day.